Hey, welcome back. Had a hot one on this project. What I hear, this is the ending of the project. This is what I ended up doing. I put the cement down there for the chickens. Overall, I've been wanting to do this and improve this little area. This is how I started. So, got this cage. That was built before. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the left and go ahead and take this side out right there. So, that's what I'm going to be doing. Enjoy. So now here we go. I had cleaned out the chicken coop before this thing, so put a bunch of manure behind the garden here, and I needed to mix in some wood shavings to try to keep the smell down a little bit. So this is just me doing this, and it worked out pretty good. We're trying to rebuild this soil. It's just dry, dead soil, so we're trying to get that all together. So that's what I'm doing here. And then we're going to do something with the coop too. I got to try and dig that out, let it dry a little bit. I'm going to shrink down the coop. We got less chickens just because over the years we've lost quite a few. So I'm going to do this, and I don't think I'll need all three hands. Hopefully I don't, but we'll see. Down there. I'm getting it all raked in. This was pretty quick. I needed to get this done, and we'll see how this looks in a few months. We have to water it down in wintertime. It's got to let that carbon and whatnot go ahead and just absorb the smell. That's the biggest thing. So this has been, I got an enormous amount out of there. It's been a few years. What I was doing, I was running a pretty thick bed. And finally this is getting so high I was like, all right, didn't stink. Well, it's packed in there, but as soon as you loosen that shit up, it doesn't smell good. But it's just manure. But hopefully these shavings in here will help it out. And got that nice and flat. Got some shavings in there. So hopefully that'll do it. Hopefully that'll do it. And I put some lime on there too. I don't know how much it helped. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and I think that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the chicken coop area. I'm gonna move there. So we got a little less chickens. I'm gonna move one of their pens, and I guess I'm gonna let that area that I got a lot of that manure out of, and probably scoop more of it up. There's gonna be quite a bit of it, and then let that dry out for a year or two. Mix it up, and then try to refresh that ground. Like I said, we got a lot less chickens, so we don't need all that space anymore. We did have a bunch of them, but over the years they just die off and get less and less of them. I don't think we're gonna get more. I don't think we're gonna get more chickens. Alright, so that temperature is going up, so I might have to wait till this evening. So I did get up earlier. I got that one stuff mixed, so hopefully that helps. Let it dry, get the smell down a little bit, and start mixing it up more and more and more. So yeah, it's got to wait till later. It's hot. So I'll probably see you in the evening. I go get all my stuff put away. And let this part go ahead and breathe a little bit. It's like moving pens, that's all it is. So we'll get that done. All right, so I'm going to butt in here. So really none of this, I mean, it needed done, but it really didn't. Like I said in the earlier statement, I don't know if you heard me, is we kind of lost some chickens and stuff, but I have actually been wanting to improve this little area for a little while. So
It's like a lot of things I do. I do a lot of things I do just to see if I can do them. I know a lot of people are like that. Plus, it's like I have this noise in my head constantly going, hey, I can make this better. I want to try that out. So, with us having less chickens, and then that area was really building up. Like I said, I had a thick bed in there. I started cleaning it out, and then I was like, you know what? I can do this, this, and this. So, here we are. I'm cutting up the boards. I mean, and what I wanted to do, the main issue here was the cooler. It wasn't on a good cement pad. I just put a real thin one on because this is where our septic area is. It's just the tank. I know where the tank is because I had to dig it up. So what I wanted to do is, one, I just wanted to shrink this down, let that whole area get it flat, and then let it kind of reset. So that's where I'm at with this. So that's how it all began. I've been thinking about it for a little while. I think it's kind of silly that I did it on a super hot day. I was out there for altogether 3 days or so doing this. The first day got too hot, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to go back in because it's later in the day. And then came out the following day and did all this. And then this day, I was out there pretty late. I was all the way out there all the way until we got the stuff done. So go ahead and let you enjoy some of this footage and stuff. So I'll butt in here at some point. So here is the frame I put up. Yeah, I just put that right on the ground. I just connected it into the old one. And then I'm going to use the old door because I just didn't feel like I was being lazy. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use this old frame door from the old thing and just tied it into it just to be less of a pain in the butt. So that's where this is at right here.
Going? I might, yeah. We'll get some in a minute. What do you think so far?
So this part here, I didn't show myself bringing that cage over, but this is when it's done, and the noise recording this was terrible. This is the end result. Got the door up, got that cage out. What I'm going to do in here in the next scenes, I'm going to get this all cleaned up, make it look a little bit better, and get this thing in there. So I was cooling off there, and then so I started to digging. All this was real loose. You seen me? I had that machine, that little tiller. Got this all broke up, nice and loose. Just flattening out. I didn't do a real big one. I think I did a 47 by 38 block. Is all I really needed here. Pretty. You see how easy the dirt is to get up there. It's super simple. Had to get in there with a little pick and get down to 3 inches and stuff and get that all looking good. But overall, it wasn't hard. It was just the biggest thing I was fighting that day was the heat. I got the form in. Had to get some pegs before I even put the. Well, I had the form in. I needed some pegs to get in there because I didn't have any, so I just cut them up real quick. Got that in there so it doesn't blow out on me when I go ahead and put the cement in. I put a little metal in there, a little metal cattle panel that I had sitting around, popped it in there, tried to strengthen it up a little bit because I put quite a bit of weight on there. I should have probably really did rebarb all the way through it right here, but I think it'll be fine. So I've done some cement work here and there, but nothing too crazy. This is the first time I had got the tools, the real tools, to go ahead and smooth it out, make it look all fancy, like the thing around the edges and floats and all that. Usually I just dump it and just let it go because I'm usually just digging holes or just filling something. So it's my first time messing with this, but I think in the end, it came out good. I did this, leveled it out, and I think it ended up looking pretty good, especially for a first time. I had to move on after this, and then I had to get the whole cooler cleaned up and whatnot. Okay, I'll leave that in there. But really, in the end, it was 3 days, great learning opportunity for myself because, like I said, I had never really, really tried it. It was the same with the water station I had done. I never really do a lot of mortar work and stuff, but now I know, and then maybe I'll do a little bit more of this and see how I have my hand at it. So there's the end result. I think it looks pretty good. I ended up covering that up with a tarp, keeping it wet, or plastic and a tarp, and keeping it wet until the next day. So ending result end up looking pretty good. So this is into the next day. So this is I think third day. I really think it was 4, but I'm only going to say 3. So well, thanks for joining. Coming up is the end result. I know this was a little later than I was supposed to do, but yeah, I was procrastinating. So make sure you like, subscribe. Does make a difference. Stay easy. Peace.